everybody. We've got a special treat for you this evening. Sunless Sea. So, this is a sailing game. And basically, the backstory is, I believe it's London fell into the sea. And you're here underneath the Unterzee, exploring it. So I'm going to go with a new game today. And we'll go ahead and get started here. Your crew's hunger will be reduced automatically as long as you have supplies. When you run out of supplies, your crew will suffer. Captain's making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Unterzee. Choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. A past wreathed in shadows. Decide later. If you just want to get out to the sea immediately, choose this. Opportunities to revisit your past will arrive later. So I think I'm going to go with definitely choose a past. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria... Oh yeah, okay, so I always do that, even when I'm not reading it out loud. Okay, so decide who you were and what you want to be. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. A street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to the sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. That last big score was enough to buy a ship. This will give you a bonus to Veils, the skill of subtlety and evasion. A poet. Educated and articulate, you seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. This will give you a bonus to Pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. Or you can be veteran of the campaign of 68, which is in the first game. You fought in the invasion of hell. London's armies lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have bought you a command. Let's see here. Ordained priest. You fell from grace. There is nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at Z you can overcome your appetites. This will give you a bonus to hearts, the skill of healing and morale. A natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the Neath, the cavern where London lies, and now they take you out to Z. This will give you a bonus to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception. I think we'll go with veteran of the campaign of 68. Now you are a captain. Do you belong to the Unterzee? But who were you before? You fought in the invasion of hell. Oh yeah, I already read that. Alright, so... They will not trifle with you. You promised a job to your acquaintance, the shady cook. He'll do until you find someone less disgusting. Talk to him to find out why he went to Z. They call it Z, as in Unterzee. So we got new iron, 1 new shady cook, 22 or 20 new echo, which is like the currency. We were a wary soldier, now we're Z captains. Your a stranger quality is gone. Welcome to the world. Okay, so this is our ambition, and basically this is what we're gonna try to end the game by going for, as I understand it, because I've never actually made it to the end of the damn game, because it's freaking ridiculously hard at some points. So, let's see. Your father was lost at Z. You never knew him. You've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tells. Learn all you can of the Z. Write a masterpiece. And retire. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family perhaps. And this one's locked, so we won't go into this one yet. Alright, so I think we'll go, since we're already starting out poor, we'll go with wealth. And then, so you basically, when you die, your benefactor ends up with your stuff if you ended up getting one, so, as I understand it. Okay, so beyond the dreams. The Unterzee is full of riches, death and darkness too, but it's worth the gamble. To win, gather a substantial retirement fund, upgrade your lodgings to a mansion, and retire. An occurrence, your objective ambition quality is now retired to a life of luxury. Okay, so... A last scrap of paperwork. Captain, an irregularity with the Arbor Master's office. They wish to know what term of address you prefer ashore. This will determine what your people call your captain, but your captain's gender is up to you. I think we'll be a sir today, since we're a captain. A last piece of advice, explorer, take chances. Your captain will probably die. The sea is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. Who are you? An occurrence. You are addressed as quality is now sir. Let's see here. Can be anything else. Let's go with the scuba diver guy. No, I'm just joking. Okay, let's go with this guy. No, actually that guy. Alright, here we go. Alright. Oh yeah. Only the nameless gods of the Unterzee are nameless. Only the gods of the deep sea are nameless. Sorry. Okay. So we will be Zombico. And we're not forgetting anything. Okay, so we're good. So first off, we're gonna go to the shop and get some food. Alright, so what are we running right now? We got 5 supplies and 10 fuel. Alright, so we'll definitely gonna need some more supplies. And we're definitely already poor as hell. I forget. Alright, so let's see here. Almost safe, ambition, retire to, that's our ambition, memoirs, this is the quality of where we live, this is our past. Let's talk to this cook here real quick. Why did he choose to go to Z? Speak to the shady cook. What's our aunt? He might say more, but a coughing fit takes him. Eventually, he straightens up and wipes his mouth, slowly with his forearm. The shady cook is not the most hygienic of officers, but he'll do until he finds someone better. Ask him what he wants from life. Why did the shady cook choose to go to Z? Fair. He looks you directly in the eyes. Surely. He repeats it more slowly. Sea of lilies. He licks his lips very slowly. Eventually you have to look away. He licks his lips very slowly. Eventually you have to look away. The Sea of Lilies is somewhere in the east central Unterzee. Why did the shady cook choose to go to Z? Alright, we already did that. Okay, so increase your hearts. Spend a secret to improve your hearts, but no higher than 50. Okay, so let's go. We're at the shipyard. Do apologize if I sound hoarse, getting over a cold here just recently. So this is different things you can buy. Upgrade your ship, buy better ships, but you do that over there. So in the shops, though, it's different. And you can actually trade this stuff with different ports, and I haven't actually found any of that cool shit to do. I've just basically found how to die repeatedly and do stupid stuff. So hopefully you guys can enjoy some of that with me here shortly. Oops, there we go. Okay. Alrighty then. Oop. Oh yeah, so to launch, you gotta hit A. And first off, let me talk to him one more time here. Alright, so visit the Admiralty survey office. They'll pay for information from Z captains. Find out what and how. The Admiralty's picket fleet and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays the captains a small sum for recent information. Visit and investigate ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. The first time you trade in a port report, you'll gain Admiralty's favor. Ask if there's anything in particular they need. Ask if to speak to a higher authority. Alright, so let's go do this one. This port. Speak to your agent there and return. We'll see what you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. So we need to get strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company funging station, somewhere not far from home waters. And okay, so that basically exhausts the options there. We can't visit the university yet. We already visited that. So all these are locked. These are different things. It kind of reminds me of like a choose your own adventure book sometimes. Okay, so let's head out. Oh yeah, so I always pick up this guy first off too. So you can drop him off at the tomb colony that's north. That's like the only place that's ever the same on each game. Because the world maps actually are random. They change every playthrough, so it's oddly difficult to die in Fallen London. But when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies, your crew cart. These ones aboard in padded coffins. They'll sleep there until the journey is done. The tomb colonist is in your hold. Take them north to the colony of Vanderblight and sell them there. Okay, so we're good there. Things good there. Got our mascot. Let's play with my ferret. It lies across your desk like a lumpy scarf. A wary roll of the eye. Play, that eye roll says. Play. I played once, in the happy warrens of London, before you installed me in this bloating coffin and made me eat dry food. Damn your play. It's an eloquent eye roll. Very descriptive eye roll. Alright, so here we go. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright, so first off, you just kind of sail. You can basically have like 3 speeds. It's fastest, medium, and not going anywhere. And that's just the default ship, so. Shitty coffee. Okay, here we go. Advice for captains. Now, I don't want to read this whole freaking book to everybody, but it's got some decent stuff. So you might want to go through it at some point if you're a new person playing this game. So the main stuff though, let me see. Okay, so on endings and beginnings. We already went through that. Basically you die a lot. On exploration, that's the heart of the game. Risk brings reward. Staying close to London is safe, but you're not going to get anything nice, so you better explore and go find some cool shit, maybe get some echoes and whatnot. Alright, so good. On mercy. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played. 1 autosave. Updated whenever you reach port and wiped on death, and this is how I play. So use your Z-Bat scout. Okay, so I always forget to do this. You hit Z and your bag goes around like kind of like a boomerang and tells you what's around you. It usually sucks and never tells you shit, so at least from my experience. On fighting. Okay, so when your enemy is in the arc of your guns, and I'll show you guys how to do that. On stories, terror. You got to keep your terror level down, but you can trade certain things for it, so there's different trade-offs for it, you'll see. Okay, here we go. I should have sold that book and got more supplies. Okay, so Low Barnet, Hunter's Keep. We'll hit that on the way back. So I just threw my Z-Bat. I'm just gonna go around and there he is. No islands within the Z-Bat's range. And you discover fragments across the map. And they, if I remember right, they just added some of that. Oh look, we got a something awaits you in port. Interesting. Here comes the music. This is the best part right here. Davies Bay. love this music. This is the shit right here. So this game is loosely based off of the H.P. Lovecraftian mythos, you know, with like the Elder Gods and Cthulhu, stuff like that. It's kind of cool. So we discovered Horniman's stag. Alright, so here is the northern port. The glassy chop of the water, the iron glare of feet at the hatchway. We have entered a fog bank. Our gunners struggle to see our foe. Discovered Vanderbilt. I always thought it was blight. Apparently it's bite. Okay, so we brought this guy we picked up to Vanderbilt. You brought this decaying Evergreen north. Now what? One last fight. Your passenger has been drinking. Ahoy! She chortles. Defend yourself! She launches a tipsy assault. Your crew hang back, chuckling. Thanks, crew. Tomb colonists have a lifetime of bitter experience. Some of them are the deadliest combatants under the earth. Possibly this one is, when she hasn't drunk quite so much rum. You'll never know. She salutes you, laughing, after you disarm her. Good fight, she opines. Then she staggers backward and falls over the side. You never do find out what happened to her, but at least you have her rather magnificent cavalry saber and her belongings. You've gained 1 new iron. You've lost 1 times new colonist. You've gained 2 supplies. You've succeeded in an iron challenge. We brought a tomb colonist to Vanderbilt and defeated them in an unexpected duel. You now have 1 times outlandish artifact. The tomb colony of Vanderbilt. On deck, you can hear the sound that 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. What does that sound like? Toilet paper, maybe? I don't know what that would be. Okay, here we go. Let's go in to Vanderbilt. Okay, so here we're in Vanderbilt. On deck, you can hear the bandaged, or the sound of blah 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 dead make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience, or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. A dusty glass of wine. We can't do that, so explore Vanderbilt. Here, they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. 1 building in 3 seems abandoned. The builders of this place worked with great slabs neath the wall stone, carved with blank-eyed, unsmiling faces and blocky, stowing serpents. Creepers climb the shattered pyramid. An owl blinks at you from an idol's mouth. In the undergrowth, cave lizard munches decorously on white cricket. This place seems peaceful. Rest a while. Or we can do a high-risk challenge and search warily. The neath is rarely gentle. This place is an enemy territory. So 30%. What do you guys give me if I do the high challenge? Alright, let's do the high-risk challenge. What do they say? You know, no risk, no reward. Okay. The neath is rarely gentle. Only shadows. This place was deserted long ago. You find traces of guilt on a shattered altar, remnants of vermilion paint on a rotting ritual mask, nothing else. You've gained 1 new terror, total of 2, so now I'm wary. You've gained 1 times fragment new, now I have 101. Mirrors 25 failed in a challenge. Try again, you may have better luck. That's all for now. Visit the first curator. Z captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It's been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonies, but even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. No more light, the obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape no larger than a child lies rumpled on the couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Listen to the whispered request. Or ask about the Grand Sanatorium. Alright, so we can probably just do all this. "The Captain, Silkskin, not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium, bring me colors, 7 colors, pay well." Unlocked with no more than 0 neath the bowl. 7 colors? Cosmogon, ergo, Pelican. Steward has list. Find them there and there across the wide black Z. Sounds okay, alright. Alright, we did that. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Venderbite. A long, low chuckling. "Oh, Silkskin, you don't want to know." The chuckling becomes a cough. "We don't die here below, not unless we go to Z, so we needed something else, somewhere to end." "Accept the commission. Thank you, the poor flesh thirsts for the colors." No more words. It collapses, rustling back on the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the door. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. "The book?" "Yes, the book. He hands you a slim illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do this one last favor. You now have one of this, a page from the Neath Blow, and all these other pages from the Neath Blow. Alright. The Aposion, the Violent, Virak, ergo, Pelican. Alright, so now we have the full Neath Blow. You now have a bunch of pages, and, yeah, okay, cool. And let's gather gossip. Who's plotting what in the tomb colonies? Along the coasts of the Unterzee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather in a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. You now have one of this, a port report, Venderbite. I don't really have anything to sell. At the Arcade of Sighs. Here the solemn bandaged merchants of colonies trade old coins for brighter things. The hollow temple. The image of a long-snouted reptile god still stands in the temple, but now storytellers gather here. Let's see here. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's much I can get yet, so we'll have to keep all this stuff in mind. And we would drop Tomb Colonist off here, but she got drunk and tried to fight us, so it didn't work out too well. Alright, well, I think that's it. Let's head back to sea here. Alright, so we can either head south and return to London, or we can go straight north and crash the edge of the map and find out what happens, and then we can probably end the video after that, because it's starting to get a little long in the tooth. So, alright. We're in a fog bank. I was hoping I'd find something to kill. If we kill this guy, though, he'll be able to... we'll start a new guy up. And also, if you guys have enjoyed, watching this game, let me know and I'll do, a few more videos on it. Ooh, these things are freaking nasty. I don't think I could take that thing yet. He's got to turn around and come get me, so we are going to try to get away. We're going to try to burn the engines. Woo, full power to the engines. Yeah, he missed us. Codex, we found Codex. Ooh, interesting. We could go to Codex, but let's just go north and find out what happens north of the map. Because once you run off the edge, cool stuff happens, so... I mean, not cool if you want to keep your guy alive, but cool cool if you want to see something cool. Let's try to not catch her in no fire. Ooh, yeah, we dodged that guy. Alright. Pucker Ridge's lookout. Full speed ahead into the wall of naught. To hell we dine tonight. Or in hell we dine tonight. The Unterzee has no northern shore. Space is forbidden. Time contracts to a single frozen instant. There is only one way. North. The place that is no place. The Highgate. You huff and humble your way through the darkness. The stokers labor below. As in an old sick dream, fuel evaporates. Sailors stiffen to statues. You've lost a crew member. Lose too many and your speed will reduce. Lose them all and you will die. You can always engage more in London and sometimes in other ports. Cool. Alright, so we're in the Highgate. Safety? This is not a good place to be, but at least it is a place. The Highgate, the one way north. For a while there you were somewhere beyond places. Perhaps you've survived. You now have the scars of the north. You've lost one fuel, and we're returning to port. You've gained 6 fragments. We lost 4 crew on that little venture. Lost some supplies and gained a shit ton of terror. So basically everybody died and shit got real scary. What just happened? 2 vast wing shapes guard a gate of something like resin, smooth but uneven. So we're in a place called Avid Horizon. It is a deep cant, the color that remains when all other colors have been eaten. Ooh, love the music. Ice crusts over the crack between its valves. Approach and your breath freezes, falls tinkling in shards from the air. It would be utterly foolish to touch the thing. A merciless wind blows from everywhere to everywhere. It passes without effort through your bridge coat, your flesh, your lungs. The dock lies empty. Explore the shoreline. What can be found in this bleak beach? An abandoned expedition. A ragged tent flaps in the freezing wind. Ice-encrusted bones lie tumbled at the flaps. Someone came here to be forgotten. You've gained 3 supplies. New total 10. You now have 1 eyeless skull. You now have 1 empty mirror catch box. Fiendish artifact. New total. You gained 5 terror. Look into the stars. Stars float in the mirrored night of the waves. Watch them a while. Peace beneath the world. These are real stars. They burn above the roof of the Neath, beyond the earth, in the spaces above heaven. Even so far away, even now, their eyes are on you. But here in the night, under the world, you are safe, safe. You return to your senses, gasping. Your hands are cold, numb. How long were you watching the stars? You gained 1 fragment. You gained 10 terror. So you can do that. Huh. So you can keep doing it until you push your terror up to 75. Let's look one more time. No, well, we got another fragment. Now we're freaked out, though. Okay, so gather intelligence, such as there is to gather, but out here where nothing moves. Nothing moves. This stillness is itself of interest to the Admiralty. It is not impossible someone foolish might attempt to open the gate. It is not inconceivable that it might open from the other side. And what then? Your journey here may attract the attention of a certain crimson patron. Return your port report to the Admiralty in London to unlock a new story. You now have 1 times a port report. Avid Horizon. Alright, well, I think that's all we can do here. We got an eyeless skull mascot. Cool. but it gives us -2 mirrors. Wow, that's one of those. Thick plates of bone have developed over the orbits, as if to hide or protect them. They are smooth and cold to the touch. Ergo, light glimmers in the line of the jaw. Eyeless skull. Cool. So we got a new mascot. I'm going to check my map and see where the hell we are. I don't think I'm going to try to make that journey back yet, because that's going to take a frickin' shit ton of time. But next time I think that's what we'll do. Alright, so here we are. We're docked in Avid Horizon. And we'll go ahead and end it there. If you liked this game, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely do a lot more, because I actually love playing this game. I've been playing it for a little while. I actually haven't been to this place, so it's different every time you play it. That's the best thing about it. And the writing is brilliant, music is brilliant, and the game itself is actually pretty fun. So thanks for watching my video. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're a new subscriber. Take care, guys.